Welcome back. Second round, back nine, lead card coverage 2016 European Open from Nokia, Finland. I'm your host, Avery Jenkins, giving you commentary throughout the back nine here. Here's the leaders. Ricky Wysocki currently at 13 under par. KJ Nybo one stroke back at 12 under. Simon Lizotte at 11 under. And McBeast at 10 under par. Hole number 10, 203 meters, 666 feet. Ricky looking to get things going. Actually sawed off inside, right side, and short. Ricky going 5 under through the first 9 holes. Paul McBeth struggling on the front, picking up his first birdie on 7, birdieing 7 and 8. Here he is on hole 10. Big hyzer, early, tight, inside. Going to be a tough second shot. KJ Nybo, third to tee. Also going 5 under on the front. Getting it flat in the headwind. Doesn't hyzer up. In the tree, kick down the hill and roll.
Good.
And finally, Simon Lizotte. 4 under par through the front 9. Looking to make a big move on the back. And same thing. Got it flat. Turned it over. Headwind. You're going to see these windy conditions really affect these players as we get out to the open holes. KJ just looking to get a shot out in the open. Looking to set up an easier third shot to the basket. Whoa, Simon a little slip. Same thing, trying to get a shot out there in the open. Wow, a little roll forward. That'll give him a putt at birdie. At least a look from there. Outside the circle. Ricky Wysocki looks to pull a little wide. Camera around the fence, double skip, and back in bounds by a hair. Wow, I don't know. That might actually be a close call. We need some officials over there to make the final ruling. Paul McBeth pinched backside, early, left. Not sure if he can see the basket from there. Catches a limb early, gonna check up on the fence. Actually goes through the walkway opening in the fence. Just looking to lay up and actually goes out of bounds. You saw Ricky get lucky with the double skip back in bounds and saws it off into the fence through the walkway out of bounds. Very unfortunate. Paul McBeth with a long attempt at par. Here's Simon's third. Looking for birdie. About 11-meter putt. Outside the circle and in. Simon Lizotte with the birdie on hole 10. Now here's that shot by Rick. It skipped around the fence and shot back under the fence. They're giving it to him. It's in bounds. Putting for birdie. And chain off right. Couldn't capitalize on that move. Unfortunately, Paul will walk away from with this hole with a bogey. Ricky, tap in par. A lot of action. We're going to see a lot of things up and down happening on this back nine with the wind, the conditions, and OB everywhere. Simon Lizotte with the lone birdie on hole 10. Paul McBeth with a bogey, dropping back to 9 under par. Hole number 11, 120 meters, a long par 3. OB stretching down both sides of the fairway. We do have an OB pond short right of the green. Players looking to take a big, wide hyzer, attack the green. Simon inside, along the line, actually back inbounds. That'll be a long putt for 2, just outside the circle. Ricky Wysocki up next. Same thing, taking a wide hyzer, but a bunch of angle. Actually catches that bush and keeps him in bounds. Not liking it. Not very happy with that shot. KJ Nybo getting the read off the first 2 shots, taking a little wider. A little shorter skips out there, just outside the circle. That'll be about a 10 or 11 meter putt. Beast looking to get it going here. Hammers a shot. Staying out of bounds. He's looking for it to hook up. Coming in late. Actually checks off the path and to the edge of the circle. That'll be a long putt for birdie. Very fortunate. Came back in bounds. Ricky Wysocki from a knee. Leaving it high in the crosswind. Simon Lizotte with a big putt on hole 10 for birdie. Here on 11, outside the circle, big putt, jams it. Back to back outside the circle putts for birdie on 10 and 11. Paul McBeth, couldn't follow suit, leaves it low. KJ Nybo actually did skip back inside the circle and drills it dead center for the birdie on hole 11. Little fist pump there. KJ feeling it. Rick, tap in for par. A lot of action on these holes. Lots out of bounds. This wind is definitely coming into play. After hole 11, Simon and KJ walk with birdies and move into a 3-way tie for the lead at 13 under par. Hole number 12, 175 meters, 574 feet, par 4. One of the shorter par 4s on this course, but a lot of trees and obstacles in the way. Simon opting for the big turnover shot, trying to get those trees out of play and going over the top. Drop short, and with a short look at the basket, should be an easy upshot from there. KJ Nybo looking to keep it low with a roller. Cross hill, side hill, rolling up there. And an excellent Ricky Wysocki looking to be set up for the roller as well. Over the top, trying to get a little more distance carry with that roller. Side hill, keeping it left side along the edge of the rough, back into the center cut of the fairway. Paul, I believe, is going the same thing. Going roller as well. Using that side hill cut roller angle. Left side edge, curling back, center cut. These guys are making this hole look really easy. Short approach. Don't take this for granted. And he did. Low left side, circles edge, catches that tree late. KJ Nybo, little turnover. Still didn't get it over, and that may have kicked down the hill. That's going to be a tough putt from there if it did go over the edge. Rick making it look easy. A little toss up near the basket, forehand shot. And Simon, this could be a long run at an eagle. Get it up there, get it high enough. Into the cage. That's been 2 attempts at eagle during this round for Simon Lizotte. Circle's edge, Paul McBeth for birdie. And drills it. I think he's finding his stride with this straddle putt. Hits it dead center. KJ did not carry that far down the hill on this approach and takes advantage of it. Drop in. Good hit for birdie. And these guys are just going to clean up their birdies as well. All-star birdie on hole 12. Making easy work of this short par 4. Threes around. Leaders go to 14 under. Ricky, Simon, and KJ. Paul McBeth still 4 strokes back. Hole number 13. 182 meters. 597 feet. Par 4. Very tight tunnel on the first shot. Simon opting for the mid-range just to get the shot out the gap and setting up a very long second shot to the green. KJ looking to step it up and kick it up a notch. Going driver. Rifling it way down there. Throwing a PD way out the gap, out in the fairway. Setting up a much easier second shot. Rick with a very accurate, powerful sidearm. A little tight right, does kick him out in the middle of the fairway. Paul McBeth. Looking to go mid-range as well, just getting it out the gap, setting up that next approach to the green. You don't want to get too aggressive here. Any kind of errant shots off the fairway make it very difficult to get up and down for birdie. Simon unleashing a big PD2, out wide right, coming back left, check up next to the basket, roll long, in the circle for a green hit. Ricky Wysocki, also another long upshot, big towering hyzer shot, skipping in, short of the tree, short left side, setting up a birdie. Paul McBeth, big hyzer. It's really difficult to see the basket from back there, but he knows where the tree is. He now knows where the basket is. Skips it up in the green. Green hit for Paul McBeth. And KJ Nybo with a very routine, easy upshot. Can see the basket the entire way. Skips it up there, past the pole. Green hit. Ricky. Phenomenal putter all weekend long. Looking to drill this dead center. Very confident, very firm putt. KJ. A little tap in for birdie. That big drive out the gap set up a nice, easy second shot. Paul McBeth birdie. And Simon Lizotte with a birdie backside. All-star birdies, back-to-back holes, all card to 3. Hole number 14, 112 meters, 367 feet. If there ever was a hole on the beast that could be aced, this is the hole. Simon Lizotte known for being a very good putter, but wow, he can drive a disc as well. Puts that within 2 meters of the basket. Should be an easy tap in for birdie. KJ looking to follow suit. Driver. Couldn't quite get it over. Little flat, riding long, and actually catching a metal box and kicking back down the hill. He rifled that shot. The wind kept it up. I thought it was a great shot. Kicked back down the hill. He needs to take advantage of that break. Ricky Wysocki making it look easy. Little turnover through the gap, setting up a birdie putt. Paul McBeth, Meadow Flake, T-Bird 3. Turnover a little wide in the gap, catching some trees, but absolutely parks it 2 meters short of the basket. KJ Nybo, take advantage of this break. And doesn't. Leaves it low. Ricky Wysocki making easy work of this 20-footer. Drills it. Paul, Ricky, and Simon all walk away with birdies on this hole. KJ, the lone 3. Almost made it 3 holes in a row with all-star birdies. Ricky and Simon tied at 16 under par. KJ falls 1 back. Hole number 15, 201 meters, 659 feet downhill, par 4. A bunch of OB, a bunch of danger on this hole, especially if you leave it low and it gets an unfortunate skip. Wow, that's barely out of bounds. He's going to get the red flag. He played that shot great, especially with the crosswind. There's tons of danger on this hole. And these players are just trying to get these shots inbounds. Ricky with an early release, carries through the tree and gets the red flag as well. Players looking to keep the shot low in the crosswind. Paul McBeth, doors open, throws it early left, catches a tree, gets a red flag, but I believe it actually stayed in bounds short of the OB line. KJ trying to read this wind, trying to read what these players just did with their shots, pulls it right side through the trees, not catching or hitting the trees, and that's OB short as well. And entering into these last 4 holes, tons of danger, tons of out of bounds. These players need to keep it in the playing surface. Paul McBeth playing aggressive from where he's at, inbounds on the first shot, but unfortunately out of bounds in the second. That's short of the green, out of bounds, taking that shot back in bounds way back there. Ricky Wysocki setting up a third shot. Forehand. In the middle, skipping to the right. That would be a long putt for par. Now KJ kind of stymied back here, trying to make a play through this small little gap, trying to carry over the lake, out of bounds the entire way, and gets back in bounds, backside. That's going to set up a par putt. And unfortunately, after McBeth's second shot out of bounds, he's back here throwing his fourth, getting aggressive with a forehand, and backside, out of bounds, long, a very tight green, elevated basket. Simon's third, after his first was out of bounds. Just trying to play it safe, a little low, a little outside, underneath that bush. Gonna set up a tester for par. A little low right from Ricky. A huge save from Simon. Good par. And double OB, double bogey for Paul McBeth. Card is 6 on this par 4. A little high in the chains, but KJ will walk with a par as well. And a Rick, a tap in for bogey. So a bit of trouble for most of the players on the lead card. Simon carding a par takes the lead at 16 under. Ricky and KJ fall 1 back at 15. Hole number 16, the island hole, 222 meters, 728 feet. Looking to land the first shot inbound, setting up a second shot to the island. Simon, big hyzer, distance driver, keeping it inbounds. That's on the playing surface. KJ Nybo looking to read this wind. Little skip before the path, check up short next to the pole. It's going to be a long approach from there. Ricky looking at cutting off some of that distance, taking it inside, taking it low, taking a hyzer angle, skipping up there, setting up for a great opportunity at the island. You can bite off a little more on this shot, trying to take it down there and setting yourself up for a shorter approach to the island with a big distance shot down there. That's not too bad. It's a little shorter than he wanted, but he should be able to get up and down from there. KJ, long second shot into island green, looks short, looks low, skips up off the hay bale and back in bounds. That's a lucky shot candidate. Paul McBeth opting for the forehand and never gives it a chance. Driving low into the long grass. That's short. He'll actually rethrow from the previous lie with the bunker rule on that miss. So this would be his third shot onto the island green. Yeah, bunker rule in effect on this island. So your shot must land on that island to move on from there. If any miss, you go back to your previous lie. Simon getting lazy with it, throwing it short, throwing it low, never giving it a chance. Looking to compensate for that. And throws it a little harder than he wants to. Skips out the back, onto the path, out of bounds, second shot. Now throwing his third approach. What do you do to compensate for those first two? One short, one long, and then one even longer. Puts it out the back, actually catches, hits a banner, cut rolls back to the basket. That'll be a tap in for bogey. Very fortunate break. Ricky Wysocki making easy work of this. Backhand hyzer to the sweet spot. A little forehand to the green. That'll be a tap in for 3 for Ricky. KJ Nybo taking advantage of that lucky break off the bail. Getting his birdie as well. Rick, no problem. Paul McBeth. And Simon missing the island 3 times. Unfortunately gets a cut roller back and a tap in for bogey. Ricky Wysocki and KJ both card birdies. They move to 16 under par. Simon drops a stroke back. A lot of lead changes with these conditions and these holes. These last 4 closing holes, the hardest ones on the course. Hole 17, 140 meters, 459 feet, downhill, long par 3, OB right side, OB left, OB everywhere, crosswind, and KJ leaves it right side and kicks off a stick out of bounds. Tough break. Ricky looking to capitalize here. Throwing OB right yesterday during the first round. Throws a little wider, a little higher, and feeding back with the wind. A skip, a roll, and out of bounds again. 2 rounds in a row. He's way down there though. Should be a easier third shot to the basket. The wind is kicking. Paul pulls it over. Wide right, catching some branches, and wow, nearly staying inbounds. Everybody's flirting with that right side of the fairway. With the drop off left, they're really trying to play up the hill. Simon just not getting the read, throwing it over there in the trees and kicking out of bounds as well. That's 3 out of bounds of the 4 tee shots. KJ taking his meter, back in bounds. Third shot, very aggressive shot with a driver. Forehand nearly drains it for the par save. Kicks out backside of the green. That'd be a tough putt for bogey. Simon Lizotte looking to float a little putter up here. Good wind read. A little float, a little ride, a little carry down the hill, a little tester, tailwind uphill. Paul McBeth, the only player to stay in bounds. Looking to lay this one up here. Don't force too much on this hole. Nice gingerly little toss. Rick, same thing, playing it smart. Laying up for that bogey. On these 4 holes here, by far the hardest holes in the course, actually accounting for 57% of all OB penalty strokes on these closing 4 holes. If you could ever lay out a championship course, you'd want to have your hardest holes at the end, at the finish, and this course, being the beast, lays out perfectly for that. Simon, tap out for bogey. And here's KJ putting for double bogey. Little tester, little headwind, downhill, and nearly stays in the basket. Can't take nothing for granted out here. And Rick, disappointed with a bogey. Moving on to the final hole. So after hole 17, Paul McBeth was the only player to keep it in bounds, carding the 3.
Disc Golf Park, a natural way to create sports facilities. One of the world's fastest growing sports, disc golf offers a fun and athletic experience for people of all ages, no matter their performance level. It is an activity the whole family can enjoy and easy to learn. Disc Golf Park is an overall concept for establishing a safe, highly functional, and diverse disc golf course. A professionally designed course comes complete with disc catcher baskets, throwing pads, and a signage system. Constructing a 9-hole disc golf course requires only about 10 acres of land and can be completed within a few months. Designing a disc golf course calls for a professional. An experienced course designer adds real value to the project while considering the needs of all the parties involved. Disc Golf Park offers a complete sports facility where people are able to engage in the sport on their own. On-course safety is ensured by throwing pads and an effective signage system. A disc golf course can be established practically anywhere, in a park, next to a school, in an outdoor recreation area, or in the woods. The cost of establishing a disc golf course is only a fraction of the cost of many other sports facilities. Best of all, a disc golf course can be built with minimum environmental impact. Disc Golf Park, a natural way to create sports facilities.
Hole number 18, 211 meters, 692 feet. By far one of the hardest holes on this course. Big par 4 winding fairway. Up first, Paul McBeth. Taking the big hyzer over the OB area. Finishing back in bounds, kind of tucked behind that tree. Little quick stat about this hole. It coughed up 120 penalties out of the 144 players after round 1. Rick with a towering forehand shot, trying to bounce back after the bogey on 17 and way down the fairway. That's by far the farthest tee shot I have seen from anyone in this tournament this weekend. KJ going backhand over the OB. Stable driver, coming back in bounds, checking up right in the sweet spot. That's where you want to be to set up that second shot to the very tight green. Simon's, what? Just pulls it tight, right, catches the limbs, kicks him back in bounds. Not the shot he was looking for. He's way back there. This is a 400-foot plus shot for the second shot. Attacking the elevated basket, tight green, skips it past the basket, and seems to be a little bit long back in those trees. That should be in the circle, though. Look at that tree moving. It is gusty. It is windy. It's a tailwind. Uphill. Driver. About 340. Paul McBeth skipping up there. Backside green. Setting up a tester putt for birdie. Gets the green flag. KJ. See if he can capitalize from yesterday's mistake. He sawed it off short left side, OB. Looking to take it out right side, a little wider today. Reading that wind, checking it up, rolling, circling, setting up an easy tap in for birdie. Ricky, after that monstrous drive, setting up a very easy approach, skipping it up there, checking up right next to the hay bales. It'll be a tap in for birdie to finish the round. Simon Lizotte, perfect through the first 2 rounds in putting. Just needs to finish this one out inside the circle. Putting percentage 100% to this point. Looking to drill this. Headwind, elevated basket, hits the chains and out. Oh my. Only miss of the round, only miss of the weekend for Simon. Paul McBeth, birdie to finish the round 2. KJ Nybo, tap in. Little drop in birdie for Rick to finish the round. And Simon tap out for par. Ricky Wysocki moving into first at 16 under par. KJ 1 back at 15. Simon Lizotte 2 back at 14 under par. And Paul McBeth falls to 5 back of the lead after round 2. Thanks so much for joining us on the back 9 of the second round. We're looking forward to some great action moving into Championship Saturday. Stay tuned for final round coverage from the 2016 European Open from Nokia, Finland.